going on, beautiful people? This is Blue Nola. We are in the building. All right. We are going to start again with Safaree, right? Remember the last time I was here, we did a reading on Safaree and Nicki Minaj, why he attended the concert. I did read some of the comments. Some people felt like he was being petty. Other people felt like he has a right to go to the concert. And I agree with both sides of it, right? I don't have any real dog in this fight. But recently, Safaree and Mena, his ex-wife, right? They have been in, of course, the blogs because they had this huge blowout where Safaree has taken to his YouTube channel to discuss what's been going on in their co-parenting situation / relationship, right? It was actually pretty juicy, to be honest with you. And I did feel pretty bad for Safaree. And then I also felt bad for Mena, right? Because at the same time, it's like you can see both sides of the situation. But it seems like they keep going back and forth into this toxic relationship and they keep sleeping with each other. And I think this is what also is complicating everything. Sleeping together, still having feelings for each other, crossing the boundaries. There's some domestic, stuff going on there. It was pretty heavy. So, it was Safaree, I believe. Erica's been vocal about the fact that Safaree is a deadbeat dad. He doesn't spend time with the kids. He's here, he's there, he's doing this, doing that. Safaree just started his YouTube channel, and I'm assuming one of the ways that he's going to speak his piece is by putting on his YouTube channel, monetizing the content, which makes absolute sense. But he actually was able to capture a couple of videos where he showed that he was being abused, right? This is not allegedly. And some people could have looked at that and said, that wasn't nothing. That was something, right? The kids were there. Even at one point when Erica took the bags to leave, she hit the little girl's head with the bag. I don't know if y'all saw that. But these children are in the middle of a real situation here. So, again, Erica's been very vocal about Safaree not being a parent, a good parent, being involved. Safaree's basically saying the reason why I just can't deal with her is because she's violent. I can't do it. I'm not doing it. I'm not going over there. We're going to have to figure out some type of situation and meet in the middle. So they did this whole back and forth, and I watched the whole thing. Usually I've been kind of staying out of stuff, but I watched the whole thing yesterday. So he started off, and I don't want to play anything because it is on his YouTube channel now. So anytime somebody has content on their YouTube channel, I stay away from that content in terms of playing it. But basically, he took to his...
Deadbeat narrative is just so jarring to me. When it comes
He said the deadbeat narrative is just so jarring to me. I stopped that because it started playing. So he took to his YouTube channel basically saying the deadbeat narrative is just crazy to me. So he pretty much revealed on the videos that Erica has been getting physical with him in front of their children, which is actually true. This is not allegedly. And basically said that Erica's 16-year-old son talked about how he just couldn't live with his mom, period, right? Based on, I guess, whatever's going on. I don't know how I felt about that part. I feel like kids could kind of stay out of it, especially when it's not your child. But I guess he's just trying to paint the picture to say, which everybody's been painting that picture about Erica for a long time. Girl, you over here meddling in everybody else's business, worried about your own child, right? Even if you remember Ice, the lady who, I think it was Spice, she was the one who came out talking about the children too, saying she's more worried about the two little kids than she worried about the oldest child. So I don't have no dog in that fight, but Safaree did bring it up. He talked about the fact that if, things didn't stop, or, he felt like he was going to be, in jail, something could happen to him. So, he took to social media again to talk about this whole thing. And today, what I really want to do is just like, are they going to come to some sort of resolution? Or is this going to continue to be toxic? Some of this has a lot to do with the fact that Erica is still trying to pursue a relationship and he's also dealing with her in some way. The other side of it is that he doesn't want to pay the child support that he's ordered to pay. So he's trying to reduce those payments. We talked about this last time in the Nicki Minaj video where he may be having some financial trouble. He's confirming it with the lowering the child support and going to YouTube. Most of the times they go to YouTube as a last resort. But let's get into it and just see what's going on. So Safaree reveals videos of Erica Mena getting physical. We're going to just let that one fall. With him in front of their children. Says the 16-year-old son told him, if I ever had to live with my mother, I would kill myself. Wow. Strong words, right? So then it goes on. Safaree says Erica Mena texted his explicit photos of him to his mother and sister to prove that they were still intimate. He did confirm that he had been dealing with her, but he is no longer dealing with her. Give me the energy. So it does show. Okay, I was about to say ask that question. So give me the energy around. Is he still dealing with her? So at this present point in time, there is a break in here. You see in the Nine of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the Page of Cups, there is a break. The break is here in your Four of Swords energy. So that represents at this point, they're no longer dealing with each other in an intimate way. Not saying that it couldn't start back up, but he is telling the truth on that part. Also, too, he's at his wit's end in that Nine of Wands energy. Nine of Wands is him taking a stand. Nine of Wands is him speaking his piece. Nine of Wands is him talking about his experience. Whatever that experience is, this is what it talks about. This is Safaree taking a stand in a situation. But again, it does confirm that they are not at this point, at this time, in this moment. It talks about they're not dealing with each other. Page of Cups energy is here. This also can indicate, too, they both are very immature, both very silly. This is an emotionally immature aspect. And this could tell you a lot about the future that's coming. This could tell you a lot about the fact that this whole thing between them going back and forth, in and out on the social media. I don't understand what we're supposed to do when you come to social media, other than to kind of put a bad light on somebody. Because even when Erica does it, she does it a lot. I'm like, okay, so what am I doing with this information? How am I supposed to help? Like, what am I doing here? Like, I'm not supporting Safaree financially. I'm not buying any of it. Like, how are you coming to the internet talking about how he's a bad father? How is this going to help your condition, your situation? You have children with this man. And then even for Safaree, like, how is this, like, I mean, obviously he wants people to know he's monetizing the content. That's one aspect of it. But it's like, what are we to do with this information? But at this point, it shows they both are obviously emotionally immature. And this talks about a lot of back and forth. And this could continue on for a period of time. This is actually going into 2025. This is actually going into 11 months if you look at it. In terms of them having this back and forth. This is what it talks about in the messages. Give me the energy around, like, is Erica, why keep sleeping with this man and dealing with this man and trying to expose this man? If, why you keep sleeping with this man? Like, I mean, obviously you have feelings for him. You say he was abusing one of the children. I think it was the son. He kicked the son, but you want them to go there. I'm confused. What is that all about? I think she'd be confused her damn self, because I'm like, if somebody kicking my child, they don't need to go there. They need to be home before I kick the person, right? They do have a legal situation coming up. So in the messages here, when she said on social media, I'll take the legal route, he's saying I'm taking a legal route. There's something about something legally coming up, and it's coming up soon. It could be in a matter of weeks, but this is actually going, and so this is actually dictating 1 to 7 months going back and forth. There's something about a legal decision. It's here in the King of Swords. Something about legal. Also, the Justice card is a legal aspect. It shows them going into something legally. But, like, why keep going back and forth with this man, girl? What is it? Is it the attachment that you have a soul tie bond? You have this astral bond with this man. This represents a bondage towards him. An unhealthy attachment to this man, right? You love him, you hate him, you got this message here in this Five of Swords. You're ready to fight him, and then, and even all the shit you said online today, that Five of Swords in reverse represents a desire to reconcile, a desire to forgive, a desire, but still holding on to resentment. So even after she did all of this and said all of that, that's what's in this message here. Not that can't change, nothing is set in stone. But even after all that, so at the end of the day, still an unhealthy attachment to this man, still holding on to what was, have a love-hate relationship with him, and when I say, okay, he captured this on the camera. I don't believe this is the first time she's become aggressive with Safaree. This Five of Swords is representing a lot. This is somebody who they could run into a person is going to be on site. So just know, like this like he captured this on video, but this feels like to me like this is not the first time, and this was actually in reverse. But she still has an unhealthy attachment to Safaree. Listen, you can never break. Listen, soul ties derive, or most times if you look it up in any history behind, it starts with a sexual connection, and then it grows and it grows, and then two people can, relationship can maintain be sexual situationship, or it can get into a love relationship. They actually got married, but the bottom line is that she still has an unhealthy attachment to Safaree. And so for many, many moons, you will hear Erica Mena, even though she's talking about, I'm going to be strong, I'm going to move on, I'm not going to get on internet, I'm going to let the law deal with it. You may still hear her have flare-ups and have some say and be passive-aggressive and or aggressive in this situation, because at the end of the day, she still has an unhealthy attachment to him. And when you look at this devil card, the devil card is a card of sexuality. That means she can very well, and I'm not saying it's today, I'm saying she could very well, all that stuff she was talking online, she could turn around and have sex with him again. Or get into some situation. They both have healthy attachment energy. So with the judgment that's coming up, this is a 7 of Cups in reverse. This judgment talks about a lot of like trying to figure it out. So I feel like this will kind of like there's a back and forth happening in their legal situation with that 7 of Cups. There's a lot of back and forth about what happened, how it happened, choices, challenges, this, that, and the third. Ultimately, they have in their messages coming up with, there's something about a settlement, not a settlement, child support arrangements. This Ace of Pentacles represents the arrangement that will be made. This feels like something will be done. I don't feel like Safaree, I do feel like Safaree needs to be realistic too. $4,300 for 2 children is not a lot of money, based on the fact that he is a quote unquote celebrity. He's got multiple projects going on. He's running this, he's running that. It's actually pretty affordable. I know it's based on your income, but that's actually, that tells you a lot about what his income really is, though. But I feel like he's gonna, if the judge may say you pay the same or you're paying close to it. I don't see where he's getting this drastic reduction like this, like he's going to pay $750. I don't feel like that's going to happen. There's still this sense of he's still paying a coin. He's still paying a solid amount, right? You have 2 kids that's majority with their mother. What do you think, right? Now, again, there may be a slight modification based on, but it feels like it's not going to be anything too drastic, right? This is what it talks about. Let's ask if they'll be able to get to a place to where like they can co-parent effectively, because those children walking behind them while they fight, Erica hitting him and throwing stuff on the ground. The little girl, she didn't notice it, but when she passed with the bag hit the child's head. She had several bags, enough for that child to have fallen on the floor and hit her head on that floor. Give me the energy. Will they actually be able to like amicably co-parent where they're passing off the kids to each other, or will it have to get to where another person is involved? Like, give me the energy around Erica Mena and Safaree. This really, let me tell you, this is real life, guys. People deal with this every day for real in real life. Will they get to a place to where they're truly like co-parenting in a healthy way, like and I'm talking about in the next like couple of months, not years from now. Queen of Pentacles, 9 of Wands, this 9 of Cups. That feels like a lot of drama going on here, in my opinion, right? A lot of drama. Let's talk about it. And then also, too, the 4 of Swords is back in reverse. Stressed, burned out, aggravated with each other. Queen of Pentacles is Erica. I'm not trying to beat her up, but she is the Queen of Pentacles here, and I can't stop for her from being the Queen of Pentacles. This can represent bitterness. This can represent jealousy, suspicious, don't trust. Safaree better be careful, because she could try to make things up on him. So that's all I have to say. Be careful about that, because that's like somebody who could try to, like embellish some stories. She also has in her, it also in these messages here, this is also representing a lot of like motives, a lot of crossroads energy here, a lot of like, pointing the fingers. This does not feel like 2 people that's coming to like, here, we're going to co-parent, we're going to meet each other at the house, we're going to go here, we're going to go there. It does not feel like that, right? Also, too, this is actually trouble. Also, too, disputes, continued disputes, and then also, too, stress. This is nothing but disputes, stress, drama, trauma, confusion. They need what? A third-party mediator. You see that three of pentacles? A collaborator, a middleman, somebody who can help get in between them. Okay, you see how there's these two people here, and they have a person, three. Okay, somebody to mediate the situation. I feel like they're gonna have to figure out a way to do that. Also, too, that this message here can represent, like, they don't even need to be talking to each other at this point. It needs to go through like an app. You know how to be doing a little child support apps or a little app where you can communicate. At this point, they need to be in a no contact order, because the way their messages look, it looks like it's combustible, right? Let's ask about why, how does Safaree feel about Erica like this? Does he still in love with her? Because she mentioned, like, she showed up, like, I want to die with you, something like that, and I want to be with you. Something about he was jealous over her dating somebody. Give me the energy around Safaree, and how does he truly, truly feel about Erica? Fool card. You gotta watch those Cancers. I keep telling y'all that Cancer will have a straight out fight with you, and baby, get back into halo effect and be in love, and then as soon as you do something, be ready to run for the damn hills. I keep trying to tell y'all, I'm a Cancer myself, baby. We in and out, we hot and cold. We love you. Okay, so in his messages here, Safaree does show up as he's in her messages as the lover. Again, I have feelings for you, but I'm indecisive about it. It's like, again, love, hate, conflict, lust, jealousy. So he's confusing himself too, because this could represent, as much as he feels like he gets into his moments where he wants to have a new beginning with her. He is doing that. And then they come here. The problem is that they don't have a foundation that's necessary to make a real relationship. It can't be just based on lust, passion, hot, fighting. It can't be based on we get along for 5 minutes and then he's ready to sell for the hills, right? This is what it talks about. And then he gets to his senses once he gets to coming. I'm sorry. Excuse my French. Okay. So this talks about in his messages here, he's still having sex with her. And let me say this too. It's even in his future position. So I would tell Safaree, if he don't want to get himself messed up, he really needs to not be doing this, because this can represent still having those moments where you feel like you forget all the bad and you only focus on the good, and you start having that halo effect again, and you fall into a trap again, and now you back in it. This is in his future position, which could tell me he could still fall into that trap, and then he could still fall into problems with her. It's just not going to work. It's just all of their cards are just riddled with drama, confusion. Give me the energy around, and then I feel like his love for her, it's just like, it's not based in anything that's tangible enough. That's the problem. They can't hold it together. Give me the energy around, like, the kids being affected. I mean, they were in the middle of it, seeing all this drama going on. And we're going to pull one card. You got to remember, like, what we do in front of kids. Because that 3 of Wands could represent, as they grow up, this is something that they're seeing. And this is something that as they get older, that they can seek out partners that volatile, right? Getting themselves into situations where, daughter can get with a person that's abusive, or son can get with a person that's dominating him. They have to be careful with that, because this does come up as a message. I don't like to read on kids all the time, but, and that's psychology 101, but it is hearing your messages where children can truly be affected by, like, the domestic situation that's going on. I think it's quite embarrassing. Also in that Hierophant, this is how they grow up. Hierophant is all about, like, how they see the world and how they grow up and how they're being educated through their parents, right? Their value system. Again, fighting and domestic situations can have them, again, in, be, how you want to say, in abusive behaviors. Getting into situations where they're being blinded. It's really important that we lead by example for our kids with these types of situations, right? They're very small. So that's what you have on that. Co-parenting, this feels like, and then, let's see, hold on, hopefully y'all, let me see. Then you have your Seven of Swords as well, right? Seven of Swords, they're hearing it, they're watching it, they're watching the aggression. Even when you think they're not hearing it, even when you think they're sleeping, they see it, they hear it. Even when you're apart and you're talking on the phone and you're in front of friends and family. Safaree did this and Erica did that. So you gotta be careful with your kids. Sorry. All right. Ultimately, give me the energy around like Safaree. Why is Erica? I was just curious. Why did Erica want Safaree's mom to know so badly that they were still together? She sent naked pictures of Safaree saying, "Did you know about this?" Safaree's mother and sister. Card of Judgment, right? Because it's like saying you're hiding the relationship. They don't know what's going on. Oh, really? So I'm going to let them know. Judgment is all about like your lack of awareness. Their lack of awareness. Their ignorance to something. Him not saying anything or even denying it, right? So this is her wanting to make them obviously aware of what was going on. Because obviously he was pretending like he wasn't in the situation or the situation wasn't what it was. This is what it shows in the message. Will they get into a situation where it can escalate? That's the last thing I want to know. Ten of Wands is popping out. This talks about burdens, right? But also, too, in their Seven of Swords, Seven of Pentacles, this could talk about, they're giving each other stress, to be honest with you. Will they get into a situation where things get out of control? Devil card again. Listen, I don't trust these two. Can go back, be doing all this on the internet, and then we'll hear like, a year later, you're sleeping with me and I'm sleeping with you and we together. But just know it's not going to work out. You have your King of Cups in your messages here. And that just represents, a lot of hot and cold. Safaree is doing some gaslighting. Erica, you need to wake up and smell the damn coffee. In your Eight of Cups energy as well. This talks about, choose yourself, choose happiness. You have your Hangman here. This is, at this point, it just needs to end. You will never have, this is like saying this negative relationship, unrealistic expectations. Sleeping with somebody does not make for a relationship, and y'all have the Judgment card back. And again, this is talking about two people who can't even get on the same page. Can something escalate to them? I do see, like, again, there's this, the Judgment card is escalation of infighting. And then even that King of Cups, there can be two people going at each other. And that Hangman can also, too, be some restrictions around each other. So this does feel like, again, there is that Devil card, which represents still having some, like, crossing some unhealthy boundaries. But ultimately, my relationship is not going to work. He is gaslighting. She is entertaining it. She is being physical. Hangman is similar to like somebody kind of coming at you, like it's from a health perspective, body, like, body and all of that. So also too, the Devil card in reverse energy. Remember she kept saying something about the Fool card. You gave me STD, or I think she was trying to insinuate that. That is actually the Fool card that was in there. Ultimately, this people... It's tricky because they have this love-hate, hot and cold, passionate, volatile situation with each other. And I don't see where it's resolving anytime soon. And I wouldn't be surprised, even with all of this happening in the last day or two, if they go back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. I wish them the best of luck. As a Cancer, Safaree needs to take his leave of the situation. Stop trying to go back into it, trying to repair it. Stop trying to forgive all the bad and all the abusive behavior and keep going into it. Do your part. I know as Cancers, we start checking out and backing up and separating. Can't separate so much to the point to where you're not doing your part. Scorpio is Erica. At the end of the day, Scorpio, possessive, controlling, dominating, all this stuff. Cancers could be dominating and possessive too, but that dominating is not going to work. If anything, you're going to make him just keep going back and back. Breaking his stuff, doing all this crazy stuff. It's just at this point, Cancers and Scorpios are notorious matchmakers or matches for love. This just is not a match made in heaven. It's a match made in hell, a match made in toxicity. Let it go and leave it alone. This is Chris, Blue Nola. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share if you care. We're going to hope that this does not escalate, because they do have some aspects in there that shows some escalation around it. And it feels like it doesn't resolve anytime soon. And then look at Nicki Minaj, look like she was saying something slick about, you wanted to beat me so bad, ha ha ha, good for you. I didn't know who she was talking about, but baby, she sounded like she was talking about Erica. We're not gonna pull no cards on her, but girl, Nicki Minaj was a mess. All right, anyway, guys, like, comment, subscribe, share if you care, and don't forget I'm running that special. Is still on BlueNolaTarot.com, $55. BlueNolaTarot.com. The sale is still going on. Thank you for the people that are booking. Again, BlueNolaTarot.com. It is in the description box and in the chat if you want to book your appointment. Have a great day. Stay blessed. I'm going to be doing DJ Mustard and his ex-wife. Please put your comments in the chat for that. I don't know them very well, but I know you guys have been asking me about it. So if you're interested in that reading, I'm definitely game to do it, and sooner rather than later. Take care. Bye-bye.